Hey guys, so I've had a bunch of people ask me if I've seen the most recent Dodge commercial, and I keep hearing all about the Dodge Durango Hellcat, so I've decided to make a video on it. First of all, this isn't a totally new topic. Last June I did make a video called Dodge Durango Hellcat, What We Know and Will It Happen, 2018 to 2021. So that video basically told the story of all the rumors and the likelihood of the Durango Hellcat becoming a real possibility. If you do want to see that video, click the link in the top right corner. As for today, we're going to go over that commercial and all the new details surrounding the Dodge Durango Hellcat, along with the expected Durango Hellcat specs and performance, when we will see the car, the sales and feasibility of it, a Durango Hellcat Redeye one-off, and I'll also talk a little bit about the current Durango SRT model as well. So let's get started. Also, I'll mostly be showing the Durango SRT 392 on the screen, as obviously there aren't any Hellcat photos or footage out there at the moment. So Dodge loves to put Easter eggs and hints in their commercials and press photos for people to find, for example, putting 707 on the Uconnect system before the Hellcats were released to show the amount of horsepower. So on Friday, January 31st, last Friday, the first trailer was released for the upcoming Fast and Furious movie, which will be the 9th edition. And Dodge also released a commercial to promote Fast 9, where Vin Diesel narrates and talks about Dodge being the house of power, built on a foundation of fury, grit, and muscle. It's a classic Dodge commercial, showing off drifts, donuts, roaring engines, and being as badass as possible. Click the link in the description if you do want to watch the full thing. But at around the 17 or 18 second mark of the commercial, we can see a Dodge Durango fender with the Hellcat logo. So that's the Easter egg that suggests the upcoming Durango is getting the Hellcat treatment. If you just watch it once, it's really hard to tell if that was even a Durango, but I have slowed it down and analyzed it a little bit. So right after, the camera does cut out to an accelerating Durango at night, and the vehicle also doesn't look like a Challenger or Charger. It has a pretty large wheel well, and the tires have a big sidewall, so it's definitely not like the low-profile tires that you'd find on the muscle cars. The fenders and doors also look more Durango-like to me. Another thing is that the color is not currently offered under Durango. To me it looks more like some type of blue, maybe indigo blue, and that could be a Hellcat-only color, or just a new color for the next model year. But either way, everything seems to add up here. Of course, I've also done some digging around to give you guys some more information. So according to Motor Authority, they have heard from someone close to Dodge that has said that the Durango Hellcat will debut at the New York Auto Show in April of this year. So it looks like the Durango SRT Hellcat has been confirmed for the 2021 model year, but we still have a bit of waiting to do until we actually see it. Mopar website Mopar Insiders does have spy shots of the new Durango, which seems to have a redesigned front fascia and LED headlights. That could be a model refresh, or just a new look for the Hellcats. It's also expected for the Durango to share the same specs as the current Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk, with a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 that makes 707 horsepower and 645 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. The Durango Hellcat will be all-wheel drive and have a single-speed active transfer case to help manage power, with help from an electronic limited-slip differential in the rear. The Durango could easily be the Hellcat replacement for the Grand Cherokee, as the Jeep SUV is expected to get a new model with a new platform for 2021, while the Durango will live on for a few more model years as it is now. It looks like the Trackhawk will be going away for a few years upon the next-gen release. I have heard that it might return again in 2023, so I could see the Durango filling that Hellcat SUV void for now. As for some other things, the Durango SRT Hellcat's all-wheel drive system is expected to have 5 drive modes, including Auto, Sport, Track, Tow, and Snow. It will also have a red and black key, with the black key limiting horsepower to 500. Looking at performance, even though the Durango Hellcat will have the same engine as the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk, the performance is likely going to be a bit worse due to the heavier weight. The current Durango SRT weighs almost 500 pounds more than the current Trackhawk, 5,331 pounds for the Durango versus 4,819 for the Trackhawk. That Trackhawk can do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, quarter mile in 11.6 seconds, and has a top speed of 180 miles per hour, so I would expect the Durango to be a tad slower due to the extra weight. But either way, it's going to have some crazy performance numbers. The towing should also be around 7,200 pounds, similar to the Trackhawk, but the Durango Hellcat might have bigger brakes than the Jeep, which has 15.8-inch front rotors and 13.8-inch rear rotors. If we look at sales and feasibility, things also make sense there. The Durango sells pretty well, selling over 500,000 units over the past 9 years, including almost 68,000 in 2019. That's still not close to the super popular Jeep Grand Cherokee totals, which moved over 1.7 million units over that same time frame. But the interesting part is that the Durango SRT is selling really well so far. We have the first year sales numbers, and it sold almost 5,000 in 2018. The Trackhawk also sold a bunch, 7,456 in its first year in 2018, and the Jeep SRT sold almost 5,000 as well. So clearly there's a ton of demand for these SRT-powered vehicles, and I think the Durango Hellcat will definitely be a hit. Just like the Jeep, the Durango Hellcat would probably start near $85,000 or $90,000, and with options it will easily reach $100,000. One thing a lot of people forget is that we did get a taste of the Durango Hellcat in Redeye form, as Dodge built a one-off version for the One Lap of America Road Rally, which took place May 4th to May 11th, 2019. Dodge built a custom Durango SRT called Speed Trap, with the 797 horsepower engine from the Challenger Hellcat Redeye, and the 8-speed auto and SRT all-wheel drive system from the current SRT. To have some fun with that Speed Trap name, they decked it out in police trim. This was a one-off build, but it had many upgrades and features that gives us a taste of what a Hellcat version could have. There was a free-flowing catback exhaust, lowering springs to reduce the height by 15mm, 20 by 11-inch rims with 305/35/20 per LEP0 tires, and the same Brembos as the 392 SRT version, just with the front rotors 0.75 inches bigger. Dodge even went a step further to delete the second and third rows and replace them with a 4-point roll bar and a 5-point driver safety harness. So obviously that was just a one-off car, but I think it was definitely a huge hint at some things to come. The final thing to talk about today is the current Durango SRT model. When the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk came out, the regular Grand Cherokee SRT with the 6.4 Hemi continued to be sold alongside it, so we should expect the same for the Durango SRT. If we go back in time a little bit and recap that SRT Durango, on February 11th of 2017, the Durango SRT was revealed to the public, and it became available for purchase as a 2018 model, and it's been back every year ever since. It came with the 6.4-liter V8 that delivered 475 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, making it the fastest SUV in its class. The Durango SRT had a functional hood with an air inlet and heat extractors, which would remove hot air from the engine bay, similar to the hood that the Hellcat Chargers and Challengers had. The front fascia and lower valence were redesigned to feature a cold air duct, LED fog lights, and a mesh grille. The side had wheel flares, body color rocker panels, and 392 badges on the fenders. Going to the back, the rear fascia was also redesigned, and the SRT got 4-inch dual exhaust tips. On the inside, there were many unique additions, like a hand-wrapped dashboard with silver stitching, SRT flat-bottom steering wheel with paddle shifters, standard Napa leather seats with stitched SRT logos, or demonic red Laguna leather seats with embossed SRT logos, premium velour floor mats with SRT logos again, and the headliner and A-pillars were wrapped in suede. Drivers also got a 7-inch digital instrument gauge cluster, 180 mph speedometer, 8.4-inch Uconnect media system, and a Beats audio sound system with 9 speakers, a subwoofer, and a 506-watt amplifier. And there's also 60 available safety and security features. Obviously, performance is where this SRT shines. The Durango SRT has a 4.4 second 0 to 60 and a 12.9 second quarter mile. This SRT gets an 8-speed auto and a performance-tuned all-wheel drive system as well. The suspension gets stiffer springs and sway bars, and the active damping system for better performance. There's a new exhaust system with a deep SRT tone, and engineers have used a 2.75-inch dual exhaust system with the rear mufflers replaced with resonators for more sound. The 20-inch wheels come with 295/45 ZR20 tires standard. So that's the end of this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think about the future 2021 Dodge Durango Hellcat. There will probably be more news about this at the New York Auto Show or the North American International Auto Show in Detroit this summer. Either way, it looks like the 2021 Durango is confirmed, and it will make its debut this summer and go into production shortly after. Make sure to like and subscribe for all your Mopar content, and follow along the channel to keep updated on all the Mopar news out there. I'll see you in the next video.